Don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet, from your hair down to your feet. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. And all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak. And the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinnacle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose, they eat the jelly between your toes. A big green worm with rolling eyes crawls in your stomach and out in your eyes. Your stomach turns a slimy green, and pus pours out like whipping cream. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you eat when you're dead. And the worms crawl out, the worms crawl in. The worms that crawl in are lean and thin. The ones that crawl out, they are fat and they're stout. Your eyes fall in and your hair falls out. And the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. They crawl all over your dirty snout. Your chest caves in and your eyes pop out, and your brain turns to sauerkraut. They bite their friends and their friends too. They all come down to chew on you. And this is what it is to die. I hope you had a nice goodbye. Did you ever think as a hearse goes by that you may be the next to die? And your eyes fall out and your teeth decay, and that is the end of a perfect day.
Welcome back, everyone, to Styx Bones, as we continue the story with the Death Coterie and the lovely Banu Haqim Primogen that is joining them tonight. Last we left things off, Jesse was in the midst of being worked on by Schloss, the Zamisi, inside Schloss Manor. But we're going to move forward time, Jesse. That augmentation was done as per your specifications. You leave, and we're just going to cut to when you arrive at the Sendling Lofts, where you're let in by Christoph. So, Court, Dr. Daniels, you two are sort of sitting at a dining table nearby. Vress is still playing video games. Christoph, you've gone to the door to answer it for Jesse. And Jesse, I'll leave it to you to describe how you look when Christoph opens the door. So, take it away.
All right. So when you open the door and see Jesse, it's like they've had an upgrade. If they were an android and they had an upgrade, I say android because the pores on their skin, their complexion, the charming and humble imperfections that were perhaps there last time, that they made sure to cover up with foundation and concealer and the contours and the witchcraft of makeup, they're all gone. Smooth, fair skin. Everything seems to be almost perfectly symmetrical. Their eyes are striking, their lips are voluptuous, their fangs, which are slightly extended, just a little bit, seem to be just a touch more sharp, inviting in a dangerous way. You almost, maybe not you, but perhaps a natural response could be that humans would beg to be devoured by this beautiful creation. Their hair is silky. They seem a little bit taller. Their waist a little more cinched. But the overall aesthetic is that they are beautiful. But something about them is dangerous, slightly scary. And it's that perfect waltz that intertwining emotional response of, I am attracted, but I know that it's dangerous to be so. And the way that they kind of hold themselves now with that extra bit of confidence, that extra bit of comfort, is also quite noticeable. They're not hiding the fact that they are very pleased with how they look, and they know how beautiful they are.
Christoph opens the door expecting to see the Chamberlain, expecting to see Jesse, who he has seen, and he is greeted with this vision and pauses for a moment. Miss Hill, looking fine this evening. Come in.
Thank you. And she will walk in with a grace that is a little heightened.
So Jesse, when you walk in, sorry, you were going to say.
I was going to continue the role play, but you go.
Yeah, no, go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, it's like, we have a visitor this evening.
Oh, I hope I didn't interrupt boys' night.
Not at all. He actually wanted to see all of us together, but my sister won't be joining us.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Can Jesse see the state of Dr. Daniels?
That's when you round the corner and you see the state of Dr. Daniels, and you see a dashing man also at the table across from him.
Jesse will make a beeline towards the Kingmaker, and it looks like they're about to cup the side of your face, but they kind of shirk their hand away, seeing the state of your face, and there's this look of concern, no disgust at all. Oh my goodness, what happened to you? Who did this?
Looks like you've had a better night than I have, Jesse. Bloody anarchs. I'll tell the rest later, but the bloody anarchs keep getting the jump on me.
Well, remember what I said before. And, oh, hello. How are you? My name is Jesse Hill. Pleased to meet your acquaintance, Mr.
Vasily.
A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Vasily.
Finally, someone knows how to say my name.
Such a beautiful thing can't be spoken falsely, surely.
I seem to have a way with words.
Thank you. I try. But what brings you here?
Yes, sorry. Where are my manners? He has information that could possibly help us in regards to our family issues.
Oh.
But yes, he wanted to meet with all of us to discuss.
Oh, of course. Well, I do apologize that Francesca can't be here to speak with you. I hope that you don't mind that it's just little old me.
No loss without her.
All right. How can we help? What information do you bring?
So, up to this point, he would have been looking at you because you were addressing him. But as soon as you say that, he'll move his attention back to Dr. Daniels. And he will, again, blatantly ignore you. Dr. Daniels, tell me before we begin. What are your plans after you're done taking care of this group?
Short term, pay back to those bloody anarchs. Long term, establish myself as a power within within the city as well. I mean, it's all fine and well, I guess, to have everyone ascend around you, but I'm starting to think maybe I'd like a little bit of that for myself.
The strong seek power. But so do the weak.
Could be a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Don't feel super strong right now.
You are in a pitiful state.
Fortunately, yes.
All right. Business. Seat. And he'll gesture for all of you to sit. And to clarify, on the opposite side of the table to him.
Christoph's just going to stay leaning against the couch where he was.
Jesse will sit, their hands in their lap, very polite.
Jesse, can you roll me an intelligence plus politics, please?
Sure.
Just to see if you know who Court Vasily is, because I don't think anyone's actually introduced him as the Banu Haqim Primogen.
Any modifiers? Actually, what
No
am I
modifiers, just flat intelligence politics. Three's enough to know. You don't recognize him at first, but the way he's commanding, the way he is telling everyone to go, you start to put the pieces together of some Elysiums you've been at. He's a member of government, but who? But what? A Primogen? What would a Primogen be doing here? You definitely know he's a Primogen, but you don't know from what clan.
Doctor, tell me. What is a kindred's worst enemy, do you think?
Kindred's worst enemy. Themselves, for the most part. Other kindred.
This is not a philosophical question, dear doctor. It's a factual one. The lupine. They hunt us, we hunt them.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me twice about bloody lupine.
When I was under the shadow curtain, and I had run-ins with Mr. Pujaneska, we had issues. I had my group, he had his. He had his ambitions, I had mine. Unfortunately, they conflicted. But he had some of them disgusting creatures in his ranks.
Now,
He made deals with them.
out of character. To Christoph and Dr. Daniels, this isn't exactly a surprise. Maybe the extent of it is a surprise, but the information itself is not. Very shocking. Just a sort of reminder out of character.
Yeah.
Frankly, it's pitiful to rely on these creatures. I don't see that having a place in this city, in our city.
You think with him here, we're destined for the same again? You think he'll bring them in?
I think he already has. And that poses an issue. Does it not?
For sure. If we could get proof of this, I'm sure there'll be a lot of higher-ups in the city who will not be pleased.
Especially with the potentially waning status of one group in this city. But anyways, he aims to take control, that's obvious. We all do. But he dares bring those creatures into our community?
We lost a very good friend to one of them. It very nearly got me too.
He's weak, like they are. Mr. Putanesca, I mean. And then he'll look at Jesse and say, "You are the acclaimed owner of that club. What was it again?
The Fruit of Persephone.
Fruit of... How did you come to acquire such an establishment?"
Hard work, mostly. Maneuvering, finances. A lot of politicking.
Allies?
Yes. Contacts, influence, favors.
I hope those favors weren't from any unsavory characters.
What is your definition of unsavory?
What is yours?
All of my debts have been paid, and the people that I've had dealings with leave me alone.
Interesting. Anna asked me here as a favor to give that information, to give you perhaps a warning. And he'll look back towards Dr. Daniels. She thinks highly, perhaps.
We appreciate you doing this for us. Taking the time to give us this information. Just because she requested it didn't mean you had to, and so we thank you.
Anna is a friend. But he'll lean forward in his chair, put his hands on the table, and he'll say, "You are worthy in another's eyes as well." He'd be staring you directly in the eyes. And he'll say, "You are worthy in my Lord's eyes." And then he'll sit back again in his seat.
Now, in this moment of silence after Court has said everything, Christoph, you have been looking fairly disinterested this whole time, leaning back, looking at your fingernails, as Court has mainly been interacting with Jesse and Dr. Daniels. What I want to pose to the group is a Banu Haqim, well, a Primogen is a person of great resource. Greater resource than all three of you combined. Is there anything that you would want to say to Court or request of Court to assist with?
If it has already begun and the lupines have invaded our communities, we will need to be smart. I can only imagine that Mr. Puttanesca has adapted from last time that you have met them. In order for us to deal with this threat that is dangerous for all of us, would it be within the realms of possibility to negotiate some sort of additional security or a web of information to assist us in disposing or dealing with both negative parties?
You are not new to this city, correct?
I am not.
Then you know of the influence he carries. He has to carry. It would be difficult, to say the least, to outly defy his potential influence. That being said, some people in this room have more power than we do. This is the first time you will address Kristoff since you met him. He's one of your family now.
He is. It's correct.
Interesting to know, or I'm interested to know what you think of Mr. Puttanesca. Boy.
Sorry, was that boy? I think that Mr. Puttanesca is backed by the Anziani Council, and that a Banu Haqim Primogen risking breaching the promise of 1528. That's very interesting indeed. There must be something very important that you're after here.
What do you know of the Banu Haqim?
What do I know of the Banu Haqim?
I would say not a lot. You probably just know stereotypes that they're assassins.
The last one I met seemed pretty capable while she was around, before she disappeared.
We appreciate law, order, cohesiveness. Mr. Puttanesca represents the opposite. I simply show worry for what that may bring to this city. I'm a Primogen. It is my job to look after it. I risk nothing by being here speaking, as it is just speaking. Though I have connections. I have strings that can be pulled. And so do you. He is your family, after all.
As I said, backed by the Anziani Council.
Seeing that he's getting nowhere with Kristoff, he'll move his head back towards the two sitting in front of him.
But you didn't answer my question. Unless your whole reason for being here is because you've got suspicions and
Miss Hill,
some guesswork.
to
That
answer
you
your
just
question,
wanted to warn friendly citizens of the city.
I'm gonna look at Kristoff in the eyes. And say, I was gonna do something, but we'll not talk about that. I'll look at him in the eyes and say, please, spare me the drivel. You can
I
stop
think we
waving
can
your
agree
dick
on
around.
that. I think we can agree on that. Spare the drivel. What are you here for? What do you want?
Again, he'll look back at Jesse, say, Miss Hill, answer your question. I can spare resources. I am plentiful in them. But for what price? Nothing in Kindred Community comes with no strings attached.
Understandable. I am but one voice in this coterie, and we would need time to process this valuable information that you have given us. As you say, as we now all know, it involves another Utaneska. So it's sensitive, but I do agree that we cannot have the lupines running around our communities. It is chaos we do not need. It is chaos that is not right for anyone. For the right price, I'm sure we can come to an agreement. But first, I think it would be appropriate to perhaps allow us some private time to discuss and come to a mutual understanding. You couldn't blame us for this, yes?
Agreed. But you'll look at Dr. Daniels again before I leave to allow this intermission. Perhaps let me offer a price. Put it on the table. You came in possession of something recently. A jar. That is my price. And he will stand up and he'll go to presumably the front door to just leave.
Yep.
Jesse would try and open the door for you.
Mm-hmm. Court leaves.
He would reject that. Just saying that straight up, he would reject that. But yes, he will leave.
Court leaves, and he just kind of awkwardly stands in the hallway, or what does he do?
In regards to Kristoff's place, like it's a loft, right? Like it's an apartment.
Yeah. So the outside the door is a hallway that has other apartments attached to it.
He might just go to the street level, to be honest.
Yep.
Just go outside.
Cool. Go out to the street level. Meanwhile, we're left with the Coterie of Death. Well, 3 of the Coterie of Death. Who's the first to talk amongst you? Jesse.
Jesse doesn't say anything, but they do get their phone, and they put on. It's just some random playlist, some maybe EDM or something loud, musically, and just plays it on the phone, just in case, because they know what it's like to eavesdrop.
So that happens. Who speaks? Who breaks this?
I can speak. He wants. You say he wants the jar that we had?
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Does it say we don't even?
We don't have it anymore.
Yeah, we don't have the jar
Maybe we could sell him the location.
of the jar.
Yeah.
It's a bit risky. Don't think he would enjoy meeting that thing.
It's not our problem.
I feel like you aren't getting on with him, and that's fine. You don't have to.
Yeah,
but
what's his angle?
I think he's here to help because I asked Anna for help, and she asked him to help me.
Funny way of doing it. Jeez, man, I see why you focused your ambitions on the kind side of things, rising through politics. A lot of those Cami folk have a stick up their ass.
You can't blame them. They do appear to be hardened by their position. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And then she looks at Dr. Daniel's state.
Yeah.
I know I gave you a hard time before, but do you want to borrow a suit? Do you cover up?
I could, yes. That would be nice, actually. Once we finish.
Yeah, sure.
Once we finish, but I appreciate that. Oh, we can't give him the jar, so we can't really get the resources he's offering. So the question.
But I mean, realistically, what has he given us so far?
He's told us that the old mate who's taking over your family is bringing in bloody, not lupines. What's the other word we use?
Dogs.
Bringing dogs into the city. If you do that, more people we know are going to fall, just like Jurgen.
Yeah, but we already knew that.
I guess
He has information that we could further tease out of them, I believe. If they truly were stuck behind this iron curtain for however long, and they were on opposing sides, we could use that against them in some way. But also, they have to know this, they have to know the tactics and how they work. And I understand that we were told that they were backed by the Anziani. But politics is confusing.
Oh, for sure. They could, if we obtain the right information, very, very quickly the Anziani Council may withdraw their endorsement, so to speak. But rumors and hearsay of him teaming up with some lupine in an area where lupine have already been sighted before he arrived, that's not going to be enough.
We need something more concrete.
Real. We need something more real.
I see what you're saying. That makes sense. So I guess, how do we now obtain that? We do not have a jar of dirt we can offer. Is there something else we could offer him instead?
Like I said, the location of that jar. I mean, telling him where the jar is, that's a hell of a lot more than he's got right now.
Yes, we could offer him the location, but I feel like we would have to forewarn him of what lies in that location. Otherwise, it might be seen as
that might be additional information that he may need to pay extra for.
I would personally prefer to not send them to the manor.
I would agree with that. It doesn't feel right.
What's your concern there?
I would have trouble sending...
I was asking Jesse, but yeah, go ahead.
I would have trouble sending my worst enemies to that thing. But actually, thinking about it, those fucking anarchs, maybe I would send them there. But what I'm saying is, it's not a place where I would send someone who is trying to help us or is on our side.
I mean, he looks like he can take care of himself. So, if we tell him or sell him the information that the jar is there, sell him the information that it's a dangerous place to be, and if he wants to buy the additional information why it's a dangerous place to be, then my conscience is clean.
How does he know about the jar? And why would he want it? What? I don't understand what the deal is with that jar.
I wish Franny was here. She'd be able to tell us.
So it's something to do with her voodoo stuff.
It's got there's things about the jar that sit outside the physical realm. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
Well, with Francesca being indisposed, I suppose that temporarily would mean that you are the leader. You get to decide what information and what details you can share with us.
I'll share anything with you, of course. We're a coterie. But in terms of what we share with the good Primogen, I still don't know what his angle is. So Daniels, you said he came here because the Ventru Primogen asked him to.
Yes, I asked her for help.
What did you ask her for help with?
That we had issues with the family and we needed a pest taken care of. And she said she knew someone who might know something about said pest.
Okay.
I apologize if it's not the best I could have brought to the table, but
no, look, that's
information
that's fine.
is scarce.
Jesse, what were you thinking of when you were talking about taking advantage of Vasily's his resources? What did you think? What were you thinking we would use them for?
Anything we like, really. A Primogen is someone who has power, influence, reach. It is a big opportunity for us, and others of the family are bound to take notice. I'm sure if you, close the deal with them, others of the family would see that success. When the time is right, of course.
Yeah. But I'm just not sure what our next move should be. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Without knowing what that next move is, it's hard to say what we should ask.
Well,
trying to learn a bit from Franny, get into this sort of more cooperative style. So the floor is open, please.
I admire that.
I need something to pin this bastard down and prove he is not fit to run your family.
We cannot overpower him. It needs to be clever.
We need the backing of the Anziani Council. We need something that will undermine him in their eyes.
Absolutely. Something that would make it more trouble than it's worth. I'm curious about that friend of his that shadows him everywhere, whispers in his ear, claims that the Anziani did this, or there has to be something there.
Yes, he bothers me too. I don't like the look of him.
I get the feeling that if the Anziani Council is going to turn on Marlowe, he's who we're going to have to convince.
Or he's part of the problem.
Could be. Could be. But that's neither here nor there. Our immediate concern, Daniels. Anything I say, this Vesely he's not gonna get on board with. So I think you're the best positioned among us to put to him that hey, we can't get the urn. It's not on the table anymore. But we can tell him, the information we can give him about it. I think that's you, buddy.
It's only being honest, so yeah.
Perhaps we can word it in a different way. Saying that we cannot give him the urn, it's quite negative, but mayhaps phrasing it of the urn that you seek is at X location. But again, I would prefer not to send them there.
Mm.
And your concern, Jesse, same as Daniel's, is for the Primogen's safety. I think Schloss might not let him back out.
It would cause complications if Schloss does not allow them out. Then it could be seen, if it was found out, that we sent him there to die, which is a break of the promise.
Is it?
Well,
Just words. Just words. In the words of Mr. Vesely, we're just having a conversation with him.
I suppose, but I have a personal desire to keep Schloss unirritated with us. They can come in very useful.
Perhaps this might be your time to shine, Jesse. This might be your time to step up as a facilitator of conversations between the Primogen and the land.
Okay.
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
No.
It's a little bit damned if we do, damned if we don't at this stage, isn't it?
What more do we ask apart from resources and information? We would need, well, I suppose it would be the information that we need
The
most.
information is really what we're after, but specific information.
Right. Okay. Specific information relating to potential damning things.
Evidence of a damning wrongdoing, of something beyond the pale.
A connection, a betrayal,
A betrayal of the family.
Yes, the betrayal of the family. Yes.
We need
yes.
evidence of some way that Marlo Putanesca has undermined the family, has directly gone against the interests of the family, has put himself above the family. That's what we need. That's what we need from the Banu Haqim Primogen.
If we can find a way to spin it, or if it is simply how it is, that Marlo Putanesca is directly trying to pull the wool over the Anziani's eyes, the Anziani would not look upon it kindly. A betrayal Yes, a betrayal.
Daniels, you getting all this?
I think so. I hope so.
You're gonna have to communicate it to the Primogen in a few minutes.
That's what I love doing.
What can we give if not Schloss?
We could.
We have necromancy at our disposal.
Have necromancy. I'm sure there's certain issues with the spirit world once Fran is back that a Banu Haqim Primogen could find useful.
Yeah, I mean, he's not interested in money, but it could be simpler in that we offer him boons, maybe. Could be as simple as that. Or am I just trying to play it down too much now?
You might be trying to play it down too much. I get the feeling that he's going to ask for more in boons than he would in other, I guess, more specific offerings.
I guess when his first go-to was the bloody jar.
Can I make a roll to know a little bit more, like to see what I know about the Banu Haqim? Because if I know that they are like warriors or that they have a special relationship with their weapons, I have an idea.
Roll what you think would be appropriate and justify it to me, please.
Maybe
You decide.
maybe intelligence and occult for kindred history.
Yep. Three. So you're specifically wanting to know about weapons? Well, actually, tell me what your idea is, and then I will kind of say what you. Yeah, I think that might be the better way to go about it.
The idea that I have is if I believe that the Banu Haqim have a special relationship with weapons, blades, whatever, there are artifacts that can be acquired from the underworld that only the family would be able to provide. And being able to blend a powerful artifact with Banu Haqim sorcery could be an incredibly enticing bargaining chip.
Yeah, I would say that. I'd say with a 3, with your knowledge of the stereotypes, I guess, of Banu Haqim, then that would be a conclusion you'd come to. Yes, for sure.
Okay. So after a kind of moment of contemplation, Jesse would chime in again with their melodic tones, which sound just a little bit different, a little bit more clearer. They want the jar. Why? It's an occult object. It has power. I don't know what they know about the jar, but if what I remember about the Banu Haqim is true and clear, I have an idea. Unlike the Tremere, there is only one place, one organization, one family to go to for things necromantic. The Banu Haqim, I believe, have a special relationship with their weapons, blades or occult items. Could explain why they are quite intrigued by this urn. But I put forth the idea that if we cannot give him the urn, we can get him another artifact. We schmooze, politic, rub shoulders, and perhaps do a little family magic to acquire another artifact, one that perhaps they can intermingle or at least experiment with their own Banu Haqim witchcraft. And perhaps they will find that it would be a suitable alternative. I already have someone in mind with whom I can pull a favor.
I don't think you're going to have to ask Franny for a favor.
No, not them.
It's an interesting idea. It's better than anything we've had so far. Could be worth a shot.
I think, I think that's a good plan. Good thinking, Miss Hill.
Yes, very
Thank you.
impressive.
With the discussions done, Vriss pauses the game. Stands up, looks at the three of you.
Jesse would look into his eyes almost hungrily.
Hey kid, you want something to eat?
I do.
He just shakes his head and he just says, "Shall I go get him?"
I mean, if you wouldn't mind.
Nods. Goes to the door.
Vriss, no, stay in here.
He
Jesse,
puts his hand up. Shakes his head.
All right, kid. Go get him.
He grabs a vape and motions like he needs to go out for a vape anyway. He goes out. Court, you've just been staying outside in the cold Munich air, contemplating over everything about Dr. Daniels, about the rudeness of Christoph Giovanni, the slipperiness of Jesse, when the young youth comes up to you. He puts he grabs a vape, puts it in his mouth.
They sent an errand boy for me.
Nods.
Not very civilized.
He looks you up and down.
I don't even look at him once.
Do you walk in? He's holding the door open for you. As he holds the door open for you, you'll probably notice this, but you won't actually look at him. But he's looking at you the whole time you walk past. And you walk in and arrive at the door. Who answers the door this time? Is it Christoph?
I'll go ahead then.
Dr. Daniels? Dr. Daniels, you open the door. Court is standing there.
Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. We appreciate it.
No matter.
Please, come back. Be seated again, and we will present to you what we have come up with.
Very well.
We obviously would still love to take advantage of whatever information you can provide for us. Unfortunately, we are unable to meet the demands you laid out beforehand. Now, before you say anything, we haven't just come out here with excuses, okay? We've got solutions, a new idea that could be even better. Miss Hill here has a fantastic idea of what we could offer you in return.
Thank you, Dr. Daniels. It is within our capabilities to offer you a different artifact. One from beyond the veil. It could be anything. We would need to look into things, but we could get you a blade, a weapon, or just another artifact of occult significance.
Sweet child, I care not for weapons.
Then a cult item it is. I knew that it is your only price.
He'll lean forward again, put his elbows on the table. Seems as though I didn't make myself clear the first time. The information I have is not a pittance. It is damning. And therefore it requires a price that must be paid. Be it not the jar, fine. But I require something equal, no mere weapon. could ever stand that.
Do you have an idea of what this equal payment could be?
I offered you one choice. I'm not going to offer you a second. With respect.
And with equal respect, I try to offer another alternative of power, of significance. If it must be paid, it can be paid.
He'll sit and ponder, looking off. Actually, just at whoever's sitting in front of him, which I would presume would be Daniels again. His expression from earlier turning more and more neutral and showing stems of becoming more negative. He's getting fed up with this. He came as a favor, but he's quickly thinking this is more of a hindrance than a favor. Such a shame. You'll look at Jesse. You come from good stock, but it seems you are not worthy. You'll look back at Daniels. Maybe the importance of the jar has fallen on deaf ears. It is important. The information that I can give you, I'm willing to give you, requires something of equal, and it is not a mere artifact that is required in payment.
All right. Understood.
I simply offered the jar because you had a connection with it. And it was something that I was willing to accept. But if we can't come to that, then we have to come to some other arrangement. And he'll look at Kristoff wherever he is, and he'll say, I was teasing you before. Marlowe is not a part of your family. It's just a shame that you couldn't realize that on your own, I suppose. And he'll look back at Daniels again, and he'll say, the shadow curtain, it kept prying ears, prying eyes from everything underneath it. The things that many kindred did there were unforgivable, and Marlowe did something similar. Something that is in direct contradiction, contrast to what he claims to be now. It's a bluff, it's a facade. What I can give you can break it. If you need another moment to think, then yes, I would be willing once more.
Yes, please. Another moment.
One moment. I'm a busy man, and I've overstayed my welcome.
And we appreciate it.
This time he'll likes it, but he'll stand right outside the door. not in an attempt to eavesdrop, but just so that he doesn't have to walk so far next time.
Jesse puts the music back on and immediately looks to Christoph. I changed my mind. We can give him to Schloss. See who's worthy then.
Some reason, I don't think he's going to accept simply the location of the jar. He's going to want us to retrieve it for him.
I was getting that vibe too.
So once again, Miss Hill, I think this one is going to sit on you to act as the go-between.
Do you think after all, I'm trying to see how that thing would give us back the jar. It was very happy to accept it the first time.
It's going to need something of extreme value to it. So
maybe
I have an idea. Dr. Daniels, I believe that you were in a prime position to assist.
Am I?
A man of your stock, of course. Do you know? No. Not now. Say yes. We can give them the jar.
I mean, we've got no choice but to try. If what he's got is as good as he says, then it could be the answer to our problems.
Simply
Does sound
just
like it.
cannot be tonight. We need to retrieve it. We need to go to the location and retrieve it. Ask for a sample of that information. And yes, I have an idea. We just have to be careful.
Despite not getting what he immediately wants, I'm sure he'll be willing to negotiate on time. I mean, we don't have it. That's fact. So
We don't have it here.
exactly. I mean, it's not lying. It's the truth.
It
We
is.
All right, I'll go get him, and I'll go. Obviously, we don't have an errand boy, so I'll attempt to go get him myself. Open the door, and he'll be right there. I'll be like, oh. Sorry, we're ready for you. Please.
Very well. Take a seat again, this time in a sort of tense manner. He is very clearly uncomfortable. This has gone on too long.
Yes, sorry. We apologize. It's difficult because we're not currently in possession of said jar. We do not have it here on us. But because it's clearly the only thing you want, and you have something that obviously we want. So we will we will go and get this jar for you. We will need time to get it.
How much?
And about 3 days. And also, if I may be so blunt to ask, also a show of faith on the information. So, something to get us going while we retrieve the jar.
It's not going to be easy for us to retrieve the jar. We want to know it's worth it.
With all due respect.
I would find this acceptable.
Thank you.
It's in your interest then for us to be successful in retrieving this jar. Would you agree that?
Agreed.
And I don't think it's myself speaking out of turn that certain resources and connections that Miss Hill here has, it's in your interest to maintain a positive relationship with those. Tentatively, perhaps. Would you agree to that?
Agreed.
Then would it not make sense for you to perhaps share an emergency contact information should there be some need for Miss Hill to contact you, to if there became some vital assistance that we required to ensure our success in retrieving this urn for you? That may be useful, no?
From what I've seen today, you're clearly a man of very good physical talent. I don't think I've seen someone move that fast in a very long time.
I would accept this term temporarily. He did not show a sign of a prolonged relationship.
But of course.
Now, for the tease, suppose you would call it. My time in the Soviet Union. Obviously, I said I came to head with Mr. Pudineska. That interaction ended in a number of my people and a number of his own being used in the manner of a ritual. I can acquire proof of this and elaborate on the sacrifices he put towards it. It would be damning. I can promise you that.
All right. Thank you very much.
Using the family's own talents directly against the interests of the family. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we know our next steps then.
Thank you very much for your time. We won't take up any more. I'm sure you've got plenty to do, and we ourselves have got plenty to get on with.
Agreed. It's been a pleasure, Dr. Daniels.
Thank you. I'll just grab that emergency contact or something so we can get in touch with you.
I made the deal for Jesse to have the emergency contact.
Sorry.
It's just on a slip of paper.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And so this happens. The tantalizing thought of dirt on Marlo Pudineska and what he may have been up to behind the shadow curtain, and how that might have direct implications to his standing within the family, caught Vasily leaves. And the Coterie of Death are left on their own as we fade to black. tonight on this session of Styx and Bones. Thank you, everyone, for sticking by for this session. This was a very interesting one that I'm keen to talk about with everyone in the post game.
Oh yeah.
But everyone do their shilling, starting with Kieran. Go ahead.
I am Kieran, aka Caradan0. I stream on twitch.tv/Caradan0, usually on Mondays and Fridays. And I have been playing Christoph Giovanni.
I'm Jono, and I've been playing Dr. Daniels this evening.
I am Satanic__Bunny, also known as Bun Bun, and you can find me on Twitch at Satanic__Bunny or at Twitter at SatanicBunny2. On Twitch, I will be covering my first ever Souls experience game, which is Elden Ring. It's my first ever Souls one. And I believe I will be playing as a elderly woman named Dark Bandit Doris as a bandit. And I played as Jessie Hill for you, the ever more beautiful.
Hello, I am Aaron MP. I'm not doing much at the moment, but I am putting a lot of work into roleplay nights. In the future, maybe the next month, we will be running our first session. Yes, it does. Well, in terms of context, I will be potentially running my first ever session of Hopeless, a Hunter the Reckoning chronicle, and that will be very exciting. Hopefully, because it is my first ever storytelling experience. I am trying to make it the best.
No pressure. It's not like you've got like an incredible storyteller on roleplay nights to follow up on.
Who?
You.
Your turn.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, you.
I bumble my way through things. How dare you? How dare you call me wonderful?
I didn't call you wonderful. I called you incredible. Thank you very much.
Semantics. I am Chris. You're watching this on Roleplay Nights. That's all you need to know. You will catch us on the next session at some point in the future. I don't know how the release schedule for this is going to work yet, but we'll figure it out. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.